Hey guys, Arby here. It's a long weekend. Hope you're enjoying it. Oh, and I just wanted to just record a kind of small video here on what our plan of attack is gonna be for the next week, right? 5785. If you remember, that's a level we have been talking about since we were getting into the 5980, right? The top sort of came very close to that 5980 level, and initial thoughts were that we'll hold somewhere here in the 5A46 area, 5A47 area, which it kind of was until we got the some tweets on Europe and Apple by Mr. President, and then we got another drop, and that was my last warning here when I was saying that this section looks like a wedge. I was not very comfortable with that on Thursday, and wanted you all to exit the longs, but yeah, just the look of it wasn't making me feel very comfortable. How slow it was throughout the day, and it was just a risk measure, but it worked out well. I mean, I didn't know that something is gonna come on Friday. Now it just didn't feel right, and then we got a drop on to 5875. While US 500 was trading much below it, that's why I wanted to wait and see how the opening happens and do we hold that level or not. And it kind of held for through the day, right? So now we have this big gap below, which was created due to that China US agreement to delay the tariffs, reduce the tariffs, and work out a deal, right? This is important for bulls to stay open. So by that I mean that the price should not trade below this area into this area, right? And when I say trade below, it's okay if it just comes here, clicks below, and then start rising up. It should not create any sort of displacement. And when I say displacement, a big red candle creating another fair value gap right here, right? If that happens and this level becomes a resistance, then this gap is gonna close, right? So that would be the bearish path to go, right? So you dip on Monday, right from here, and you chop up back into this value 5785, probably close the gap or something like that, and I may or may not close the gap, but then you fail to kind of uprise and start the reversal here, right? So that would be my bearish scenario. But what I'm looking at really is not the bearish scenario. I think we probably would have a retracement back. If I look from the wave count perspective, this looks like, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, whether this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was a part of an A drop, B, and C, or is this a reversal 5 waves? That's what I'm not sure right now. I mentioned that in my last post for the Qs, that Qs look like a flat, while SPX is giving me a mixed signal. So I would rather trade with caution a little bit, and let's just make a right into 5900, maybe into 5927 or so, right here into this zone, right? But 5900 is something which I am really targeting, and the way to look into it is that if this was either my first wave or my A leg, right? Now look from that perspective. If let's say this was a flat wave, right, and a new high is yet to come. If this was flat, this is an A, B, and C, then we are looking at one more high, and one more high will be created like this, right? So wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, come here again into 5900 value, go down again, and then start the journey back up, right? You make a new high, but you again make 5 waves up there, right? So that's one bullish scenario. Or the other bullish scenario that I'm looking at is that this was some sort of in wave A, and then we are gonna get a bounce here and a wave B or C. Could it be only limited to 5880 in case of a very weak market and some threats on tariffs? That's possible, but ideally I'd like a test somewhere here in the 5900. But keep 5880, 5900 into the mind, right? That's our minimum bullish scenario. We do want to see what kind of patterns we are making. So if this was my wave A or wave 1, right, I want this liquidity to be tested somewhere in this area on Monday, 5787, right here, right into this bullish FVG that we got in here. and which was not closed, right? And just as the liquidity, which probably would be, again, if you look from the FIB perspectives, it will be around 61%. Yep, exactly at 61%, right? So just sweep below here. This could be an A leg down, B and C, something like that, and then we rise. And we rise and go and touch 5878. But if this is a 5 waves up, then like I said, we will create a new high above this level by making 5 waves up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get rejected here through this supply zone, through this bearish FVG, and you come down, right? You come down all the way back into the same area again, which will be nothing else but, again, somewhere around 61%, exactly 61%, right? So this is the area which I would like to be tested. If the smart money is making positions in here, if this is an accumulation zone, they will come and retest before they mark up the prices up again into the wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, right? So like this. So this is all what my bullish and bearish cases look like. Either I want to see a partial retracement into 5880, then we'll decide if that's too choppy, maybe another wave down is coming. That's a slightly bullish and a bearish scenario like this, like explained like this, right? Or the other bearish scenario simply is if the price is trade below this, retest, then it goes down, right? So this is a very clear bullish scenario. This is a very simple bullish scenario. If there is a momentum on Monday after retesting, we'll get to know what's happening in there, and we know what paths we need to take. All right, but again, as keeping it very, very simple on a short time frame, as long as you are holding this 5785, 5790 area, you go long, right? That's a short-term trade opportunity, and if it breaks below, and then you go short on a retest and it drops below, right? Simple as that. If you're going long, if this is holding going long, you can exit your longs at 57 or 5880, keep a runners into 5900, and then you wait for these 5 ways to complete. You want to take shots, come back down, that's fine, another 100 points or so in the pocket, and then we long for wave 3 up, right? So quite a few ways here. Hope this makes sense from the levels perspective. Keep this in mind. 5785 is the key. As long as it holds, it's bull. If it doesn't hold, it's bearish, right? Target 5880 and 5900. Hope this helps. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on Monday.